Hi, I'm Andy Sway. This video is about the energy healing sessions that I offer in my office in New York City. My office is on 26th and Broadway. The energy healing sessions are 2 hours long and they cost $200. I'm just getting that information out for the people who just want the basics. If you want to find out more, you can go to andysway.com and check out my website. But let me tell you about the work that I do with energy healing. Um, First of all, a lot of times when people go get energy healing, there's a quick conversation with the healer, and then they lie down and the healer works on them. The way that I do it is much more of a therapeutic, talk therapy kind of approach where the sessions are 2 hours long. We sit down and generally talk for about an hour and a half, and we go through your story and the things that you want to transform. Mainly, it's about emotional transformation because I believe that the emotions that we carry are at the root of our issues, whether they be life issues like romance, career, or even physical issues. Basically, my belief is that it's emotional suppression that causes most of our issues. And if we want to unlock our potential and clear certain negativity from our lives, that we need to get rid of these patterns of emotional suppression. So what I do is I lead you through a conversation where we go into things like childhood events, past relationships, all the kinds of patterns that you have in your life. It could be career patterns, relationship patterns, patterns in friendships. And what we do is go and find the inauthentic beliefs that you're holding, the fears, the emotions that you're suppressing, and I kind of get in there and stir everything up for about an hour and a half. It might not feel good. You might get very triggered. Um, it's an intense process. I'm not looking to be gentle. I'm looking to be quick. I'm looking to help you get through things very quickly. My goal is for you to have as few sessions as possible and get as much transformation out of them as possible. I really look for those things that are intense. I'm a Scorpio. That's the way I do it. Sorry, it's not for everybody. Trust me. But after about an hour and a half of talk, you lie down on my massage table, close your eyes, relax. I put my hands on your shoulders. I sit behind you, and I do energy healing on everything we talked about. And so for you, your experience lying there usually is going to be like going into a deep meditation. Sometimes you're just going to lie there and be bored and just wait for it to be over. Usually you're going to feel really relaxed. Sometimes you'll feel like you went to sleep. And sometimes you'll just feel like you were really relaxed and it was nice, it was pleasant. Um, and then somehow these things just start unwinding in your life. And sometimes it's really miraculous. But it's not about miraculous. It's about getting into the emotions that you suppress and the reason that you suppress them. So let's just take one basic one. I'm not good enough. Or I'm afraid I'm not good enough. So there are a lot of people, and we could say even most of us, that walk around with this fear of not being good enough. And think of it as like a big boulder in a stream. It just diverts the water around it. It causes things not to flow the way they would if the boulder was not in the stream. So this not good enough thing will cause us to have potentially depressed feelings, sad feelings, angry feelings, frustration. And then we act differently. We act differently in our relationships with our families, with lovers. We act differently at work. We act differently when we feel like we're challenged. And so that's the boulder in the stream. If we can go into the feeling of not good enough, rather than just having me tell you, yeah, you're good enough, you're really awesome, you're great, don't worry about it, that's not ever going to do it, right? Everybody tries to heal the not good enough thing by convincing themselves that they are good enough. What I do is I guide you into feeling the feeling of not being good enough in your body. What does that feel like as a physical sensation? And then you start noticing that the physical sensation isn't that horrible. And it's something that you don't need to change your whole life to work around. So anyway, we go into that feeling, then we start looking at how that impacts your behavior and how a lot of your behavior is just around not feeling this feeling that you've labeled as such a terrible thing. So that's just one example. We can work on not deserving. We can work on somebody being very shy and very afraid of taking risks in whatever arena of their life that's bothering them. There's all kinds of things, but really what it comes down to is my belief that there is an authentic, amazing part of you, part of all of us, that we haven't really manifested completely. And the fact that we aren't aligned with that we aren't grounded in that reality, actually distorts our entire lives. And so when we go through this process of bringing up these emotions and healing them, we find that our outer lives, our outer manifestations start changing, sometimes very dramatically. It's a fun process. It's an intense process. And it might be something for you to check out. Anyway, like I said, check out my website, andysway.com. You can read about the different things that I do there. And just tune in, see if it's something for you. You can also reach me by phone at 212-505-7729. And again, my office is on 26th and Broadway in Manhattan. I also do sessions by phone worldwide. And it works just the same way. We talk for about an hour and a half. And in this case, you lie down, we hang up the phone, I do the energy long distance, and then I call you when I'm done. And we have a little 5-minute wrap-up conversation, and that's about it. So anyway, check out my website, andysway.com. I'd love to hear from you if you want to really go deep and unlock some of your deepest issues and change your outer manifestation. I'd like to help you with that. Thanks a lot.